Kristie Lu Stout live in Hong Kong. Good to see you, Kristie. So how's China responding to this visit?
Yeah, no immediate response from China. We are monitoring China's response this day. But the latest U.S. official to visit Taiwan is the governor of Indiana, Eric Holcomb. This visit comes less than 3 weeks after the U.S. House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, made that controversial visit to the island. It also comes a week after that other congressional delegation led by the Senator Ed Markey visited the island. And both those visits drew outrage and the ire of China, which responded by escalating military drills. But again, we'll continue to monitor for any reaction from China to this latest visit. Eric Holcomb, the governor of Indiana, he arrived in Taipei on Sunday night with his delegation. It's part of a greater trip to both Taiwan and South Korea as well. On the agenda to meet with top officials, including the president of Taiwan, Ing-wen, as well as business leaders and academic institutions. The press conference that you're looking at right now, I believe just wrapped up. This was between the meetings of the delegation, the Indiana governor, Tsai Ing-wen making a few comments as well. I want you to listen to what the Taiwan president said about the nature of the visit and also about what democratic allies must do. Take a listen.
Presently, we are facing the continued expansion of global authoritarianism. In the midst of it, Taiwan has been confronted by military threats from China in and around the Taiwan Strait. At this moment, democratic allies must stand together and boost cooperation across all areas.
The timing of this visit is significant. It comes just after what happened last week when the Biden administration announced that it will begin formal trade talks with Taiwan in the fall. It also comes in the same month where you had President Biden sign what's been called the CHIPS Act in order to boost American competitiveness in the semiconductor industry, and Taiwan is playing a very critical role in that. Taiwan is home to TSMC, the world's biggest contract chip maker. TSMC has pledged $12 billion to create a chip fab in the U.S. state of Arizona, and another Taiwan semiconductor player called MediaTek has also made a pledge to invest in a design office where? In the U.S. state of Indiana. Back to you, Mike.
Yeah, interesting. Now, each of these visits draws, as you've been saying, the ire of China. But yeah, will this draw the US and Taiwan closer together? What about that aspect?
Yeah, apparently so. The tough rhetoric, the escalation of military drills by China in response to that visit by Nancy Pelosi over 3 weeks ago did nothing to deter Taiwan or its supporters, including the United States and also Japan. Japan also has a number of officials have been visiting there recently as well. And it's really interesting to see the economic and the trade relationship really build up and strengthen between the U.S. and Taiwan. We mentioned that formal trade talks are due to begin soon between the U.S. and Taiwan. This, despite the fact, and we have to remember this, U.S. and Taiwan do not have a formal diplomatic relationship. Back to you.
Yeah, good point. Good to see you, Kristie. Kristie Lu Stout there in Hong Kong for us.